Right, okay, so, okay. I've just recently played a playtest on Battlefield 2042 and was going to share a few thoughts about it and basically answer any sort of questions within reason to anyone that wants to ask any questions about it. So really what I need to sort of say is that for a technical test it was good, but nowhere near any kind of expectation of what I would expect to see in the beta, or even in a closed or open alpha. I mean, this is sort of still pre-alpha stuff, so it was all right. Wasn't too bad at all. No, I'm not going to put my EA account at risk because I am not going to show any Battlefield, and I've read the NDA, so I know what I can and can't talk about. It was pretty good, but it was really buggy. Soldier animations are totally screwed up. I mean, the amount of soldiers I saw literally running backwards with their head back to front was just crazy. I've recorded quite a lot of video of it, but I'm not going to be showing any because I'm not going to risk my account at all. Because I have already edited one of the videos to remove watermarks and stuff like that, but I'm still not going to upload that just yet until at least the day of the beta is available, which is again a part of the NDA. So but I'm just going to be sort of going back to BF4 whilst I'm doing this stream. Yeah, lots of bugs. The only thing that I didn't think was buggy and worked really well was the tanks, apart from when you sort of exit the tank as a... It's only when you're sort of a secondary gunner, but if you're the driver, exiting is fine, and there's a few bugs with that. Sometimes you will actually glitch underneath the map and fall through the map, but I'm sure that's already been fixed. So the technical playtest was a stable version of an in-house test from at least a month ago, but it was compiled obviously just for a technical test for this session, which was between the 12th and the 15th. So I get to play it again in 6 hours for a 9-hour period, which is pretty good. So I'll probably be playing it from sort of about 10 PM tonight to about 6 AM if I can bother to play it. There's only so much you can really do, and it's a bit repetitive, so I probably won't even be able to play it for that long. They can still take action if you break the NDA. I'm not going to break the NDA. I understand the NDA. It was the same with Battlefield 5 and also Battlefield 1. Discussion. Yeah, whatever. Don't mind, talk about anything. I spent quite a lot of time sort of messing around with Ranger, the dog. It's pretty funny because you can sort of stand on top of it, but you can't sort of stand on him and ride around on him because if you get too close to him, he sort of moves out of the way. But if you kind of circle around it, you kind of confuse it a little bit, you can get on top. But you can't ride it unless you actually go for it. But no, you can't sort of ride it or anything like that because it has like a variable distance from your soldier at all times. I think it's only like 2 meters or something, but if you kind of, it's so he doesn't get in your way, I think. So when you do try to get too close, he kind of circles around you a little bit, and so you're not treading on him. I thought the Paul Market Easter egg off whiteboards is just that, nothing more. He said it's still in Self-Wing. We thought Tom attack behind TT. Oh, TTT, you mean the time traveller? Loud game. I think that's what you mean, TTT, time traveller, right? I don't know whether it is TomTom attack or not, but I know that TomTom attack doesn't work at DICE anymore. He actually doesn't even work for anybody at the moment. He did work on God of War stuff, but in one of the time traveller videos, when I went through it frame by frame, it says something about the new God of War looks amazing or something like that. I've just done that, surely. I'm not concentrating. Get the flashback. Thought I'd done that. Oh, probably not going to allow smoke either. It could well be TomTom attack, but I think it's more likely going to be a group of, like a small group of in-house developers from DICE that have been working from home together, and they're probably doing it as a combination thing as well. I'm not too sure about time travel, and the latest videos just sort of thought, to be quite honest, more likely to be. More likely to just be what's the Exodus reference in your tweet about? Juicy. Boom. What's Exodus a reference to in your tweet about June soon boom from May? I think. No idea. Somebody said something about time travel possibly being Irish, which is weird. Doesn't make sense. I don't really understand, I just know Exodus is that shit that the notepads leave London on. Did I? I'll have to look back at it sometimes. Exodus now coincides with Irish's no patch ship, but you said the name word back when you onto the meteorite Easter egg. Okay, I didn't realise I did. I'll have to look back at my tweets. Unless that was something that I picked up on previously and I haven't linked the two and two together and established a connection between it and why I said it. I don't know. Button. Let me just have a quick look on my Twitter. Let's have a look. Hang on, I'm just looking through. Like 3 of the tweets. Here we go, found it. But sorry, I've got loads of oh right, yeah. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that in my tweet. Yeah, I think it was a bit too early to have said that. See the one 2042 name was chosen more recently because it was project still is. 6-man title one. Not sure if they're going to actually do that. It won't be there on launch. Mission points and main incentive, of course, will be objective. Mission points and main incentive. Yeah, that's going to on us, should I say? Yeah, that's hazard zone basically. That's not like conquest. Just what I was told, yeah. Yeah, probably. Well, nobody really noticed, so I'm not going to be in trouble. This is Snake as other maps are my favourite, and so these Vet Trio, blue birds on the bunkers, and the hip edge lights. Yeah, those lights on Zavod, I'm not too sure about, to be honest. I've tried and I've even pulled the game files apart and looked at them, but there are two different lights, one that has bit markers and one that doesn't, and it's as simple as that in the game files, but I don't actually really know why. I haven't really seen why. But there is something about it, because I remember seeing a video clear about it, where the lights just go on. To sort of find a way to explain to you about the Exodus thing without sort of I can't explain it. I was just basically told in Discord what was going to happen up until September, basically. I didn't actually physically see anything, I was kind of just told stuff. That's all I really have to say. Somebody said that if it was something common and there's nothing to do with it, it's not even the same source of information. It's just somebody that I know that is the guy's developer that's running the Battlefield 4 server and still version. That might give some ideas to who it is. I've always said though that it's blatantly obvious from Battlefield 4's content that it has some impact on 2042. I've always maintained that. I mean, even kind of had the idea of it anyway, even at the end of the storyline in Battlefield 4, where you get to choose people. But at least we do know now that definitively, you know, Hannah was the right choice to sacrifice and stuff like that, but you know, when it comes to sort of Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 2042, I mean, to be honest, I think Battlefield 2042, even just from what I've, you know, touched on it now, it's just literally a glorified version of Battlefield 4. It really is. I mean, to be honest, I don't even, I mean, I can't really say much about it because it's a technical test, but it might be vastly different on the beta and the release, which I expect it to be. I keep pressing the wrong button. Jesus, I need to hit that pipe. It's literally glorified Battlefield 4. I mean, it really is. There's a few models, but I mean, it feels like Battlefield 4, except I will say this: the soldiers, like first person, like what I'm doing now, running around, feels faster. It feels more like Battlefield 5, but even faster than that. And I think it's actually buggy. I don't even think it should be that fast. I think they've actually sped it up for the technical playtest, just to get an idea of what's right and wrong for netcode. I'm not sure. The timber's right back here. guy that is always on the channel, Barrett or something, he pointed it out to me, and there's another guy that on Discord that told me about it. And the part showing underground tunnels from Battlefield Hardline before you get to the top of the position of the battlefield. That's Gary's daughter. Yeah. I wonder if that means they'll continue with Phantom Program via Kevin Simpson. I'm pretty sure about it. I'm pretty. I can't say 100%, but I'm sure that's what I'll do. I think there'll be some sort of reference in the next. Well, there will be a reference in the next month between now and at least 20th of September. There's going to be a reference that sort of gives more of an understanding between how Battlefield 4 transitions into the future, Battlefield 2042, because I mean the actual storyline difference is actually just 20 years, and it's going to be more there's going to be some sort of reference that's just going to sort of mark that difference, but what I think they're going to try and avoid is any kind of reference to 2142 like they did in Final Stand. I think they're trying to avoid that. I do think though that we're going to see Return of Hangar 21 in 2042 at some point, because I don't. The map list that we know of so far is definitely nowhere near complete. So I think that's one thing to think about, and the models for some of the stuff in Battlefield 4 was already created with that in mind. Hence the Gen 4 content, which is only available in 3 maps. I think it was 3 maps. It's Gen 4 content that has been downscaled. Level of detail has been downscaled and put into Battlefield 4. It suppresses my voice. Hang on. I've just got a new headset, so my audio is screwed. Put it down to 15%. Make sure my mic volume's good. Is this only locker? Don't really want only locker. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think when BF4 was released, I don't think that DICE already had planned Battlefield 2042. I actually think. I think that they would have planned on doing something, but I just think that this is too much coincidence with the hangar being 21 and not hangar like 18 or something, or 22 or 23 or whatever. There's a reason why it's hangar 21, and it's because of this year in real life or something, and to do with the future. Because I mean, hangar 21 realistically is actually the only sort of realistic sort of futuristic map. I think like things like the railgun as well, I think we're going to see that come back. I mean, the railgun itself is just a 2042 weapon in itself, just the colour scheme on it, everything about it. I mean, let me see if I can actually get to it. Is there one on Giants? Assignments only. Yeah, we'll do that. See, this other thing about Giants of Corellia as well. I mean, you know, it's a whole futuristic sort of Titan Walker, a Walker map. Weird, but it's the whole colour scheme of the railgun that gets me. It's just like they're hinting at stuff. I mean, absolutely nobody expected to see things like Pack and Irish in the Exodus thing. I kind of expected it, but I didn't think it was going to happen. I kind of just sort of thought, well, I can predict this is going to happen because it kind of has to. They're not going to just make a Battlefield 2042 game and not tell you why. and how it's got to that point from Battlefield 4. Is it here? I can't remember where the... You bugger. I didn't agree to that. It's agreed kills only, it's supposed to be. Draw BF3, never lower connection BF 2142. But, well, BF3 had like sort of just, I think they were just literally homages. They weren't references, you're right. They weren't references, it's just like the Easter egg that was just a homage to Battlefield 2142. But Battlefield 4. No, it didn't. I don't think it did, but it could have been in a different universe. We don't know, but we know that it's not the case.
Objective Charlie has been neutralized.
На, медпакет!
We've taken objective Charlie.
I mean, this is another thing. There's still potentially an Easter egg in here, which I haven't discovered, but there are sound effects for an actual walker that moves, and it's not that little tiny model up on the hill, that little toy one. It's actually like a proper sound of a walker from 2142. But I've never actually heard it in game, so I don't know whether it's usable or it's just not been used. In fact, thinking about it, the story of Battlefield 3 kind of does, in some respect, go into the reasons why Russia went into a nuclear war with... It was basically a modern-day Cold War, but more of a privatised thing. You read the latest briefing about the war world of HQ. The devs want us so bad to focus on lore information from audible things, ads, media in their maps. What maps that we've already got? Just confirm. Is that from maps that we've already got access to, or is it? Because I know shitloads of it. I would learn Russia to get Taco Tuesday Easter egg. Yeah. Yeah, Taco Tuesday's on Hangar 21 as well, on the actual Titan. And do you know which devs specifically, Collision, that have said this? Is there any names mentioned? And because I kind of have an idea on who made what maps and what part they had to play on each one.
Вот медпакет, возьми!
Taco Tuesday. Yeah, so that video that Time Traveller put up a while ago had Giants Corellia on it, and had like... Now this is really weird, right? So I found in the game files last week, I did a stream about it. I found in the game files, because a lot of the Easter eggs are sort of in different map files. So for example, like the Megalodon on Nancha Strike is not in the Nancha Strike files. It's in it's on the Lost Islands files, and they kind of just reference it because it doesn't matter really, because they come in the same bundles. Well, I found on Gulf of Oman that there is actually some way to interact with a camera that you can enter and then come out, and it actually comes up on your screen saying camera entered and camera leave. And thinking about it, I thought that I mean, at the end of the day, with the DLC, the way it works, you can't have this map without having Gulf of Oman, because it's premium. So I figured that going back to that old Easter egg of, well, it's not that Easter egg or not. See, he's got the raw. Look at, don't kill. I mean, how is this not a 2042 weapon?
Objective Alpha has just been neutralized.
So yeah, this camera that I have not found out its location. I've got some coordinates for it, but I haven't found those coordinates because it's so hard to find coordinates in this game, actual coordinates. I have to literally take a map and start making my own coordinates. I mean, there is an old theory on non-DLC maps, like on the standard maps you can do it, but not on these maps, where you can just it's like you can what's the word? You can basically get in a UAV, a MAV, and take the coordinates and then times them or divide them by 9. That does work on standard maps, but not on these. I have to fix this bug.
Objective Alpha has been neutralized.
Never fixed it. I'm going to walk through the wall. Yeah. Can't even get banned for this either, unless an admin physically bans you. Oh, look what's on the screen. I don't think they specify which maps. I'm going to have a read about it when I've got a chance later today. I'll have a look. 3 or 4 were interviewed at the end of the post with names. Battlefield tweeted the link. Interesting. Definitely a continuation of Final Stand. I know this is going to happen. It's just. I mean. There is something about Hangar 21 that I know about, which was confirmed as well, that the original idea for the Levolution was that the Titan was actually going to come out, hover, and then go back inside, and the flames would just crisp everybody that's on the ground below or on the deck. But instead it's just a tunnel, because it was unfinished. And they... Let me see if I can find this tweet with the link. Briefing. There we go. The world of 2042. Okay, so
Objective Foxtrot is now under our control.
multiplayer is the core Battlefield, however, will also be telling a compelling narrative through a new lens for the series. World of 2042 will play a vital role in how we tell the story, and it's one we plan on unravelling over time. Yeah, well, that's understandable. Over time. You'll learn. See, I like the fact that we're not getting a campaign. So there's going to be a lot more development on multiplayer because the actual manpower to create the series of the single player is not necessary. So there's a lot more manpower into the multiplayer. I like that. And if they do just tell the story via short 9-minute videos, that's fine by me. I don't mind, because I mean, after all, apart from shooting a few guys, it's just cutscenes anyway. So resources are dwindling, violent climate changes. Yeah, we know all of that. Diverse group. Other organisations you will encounter include Daysong Electronic and Forsec, the private security company. Growth rapidly plunged the world into turmoil. These are just a few of the fictional organisations that you will encounter in 2042. With many being specific to various maps and geographical locations.
We've just taken control of objective Charlie.
That's cool. Well, we're...
We've neutralized objective Alpha.
So we're going to see the pack. We're going to see the Pan-Asian Coalition. We're definitely going to see that at some point. We're going to see pack if there's other organisations, because I mean the Pan-Asian Coalition was actually a government coalition
Objective Alpha is
in the
under
law,
our control.
but then dwindled out after being defeated. The leader was defeated and became actually an ally. Well, after the end of Battlefield 4's story, so it would have remained as just a. It would have just remained as an actual organisation rather than a government organisation.
Objective Bravo has just been neutralized.
Something reflects upon could definitely keep an ear out. Okay.
We've just taken control of objective Bravo.
I'm interested. I just want to check something whilst we've got Battlefield 4 loaded up here. I just want to, based off of the information we know so far. Just put it on easy. I don't want to be shot all the time.
Make it quick, Doctor.
I'm trying, sir, but there's still a lot of refugees to treat. Do we have any idea how many came on board?
Best guess between 350 and 400. You'll get an exact number soon. Is that all?
Yes, sir. What about my request for more hands?
Sorry, Doc. You're gonna have to make do with what you have. When we reach the Titan, they'll be...
You see, these Ospreys that we've got in Battlefield 4 are the same model, just minus the rotors on top, because everybody says they're Ospreys. They're not Ospreys, they're Bell 280s. It's not the actual Osprey model of the Bell. But they are, I believe, Bell manufacture in Battlefield 2042. When I had a look at them, they have almost the same shape as anything. Now this is what bothers me.
Record. Damn, dude, you were thrashing about.
You play as Wrecker, but you wake up in the bunk where you,
Rotations in 10.
which is modelled the same as where you find the Kevin Simpson 2042 sticker on the wall, and
Fucking roasting in here.
he survives Battlefield
It's like there's no air anywhere on
4,
this ship.
I think.
By
Can't
the way,
remember. I
Irish
can't
swing
remember.
by.
It's been a while.
Didn't dare wake you.
Um,
Telling you, man, you gotta steal sleep while you can.
So here about Irish. So Battlefield 4's Kimball Graves returns in Battlefield 2042 as one of the prominent leaders in the multi-faction NOPATs as a playable specialist. Michael Williams, the original actor, returned to help bring the character to life once more. Well, he's done an excellent job. I've watched him in a few series. He's a great guy, great actor as well. So it's nice to have him in a game. So we know that Irish is not Oz for a start. So Oz stokes the flames of war, believing that the old world must burn, the new one to be born. Now, was that Oz that got shot in the Exodus film? No, it wasn't, because Oz never shows his face or shows up, I don't believe. Fortification system, deployable cover, yeah. I've already read about Irish. So the Dev Corner. In Battlefield, we're telling new stories in a new way for the franchise. We decided to sit down with the narrative team of DICE and to recap and to go a little bit more in depth of the world 2042 and how we'll be telling the story over time. Grab a drink and sit back without any further ado. It's over to the narrative team. Right. Okay, Justin Langley. Oh, Michael Hartin's done one. Okay. My name is Justin Langley. I'm a narrative designer at DICE. I had to blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. It's all introductions. Yeah, always asking ourselves, where would that thing be in 10, 15, 20 years time? So it's 20 years time. So they've already got the lore in their head, obviously, from 10, 15, 20 at a time. So they do it in five events. We continue how the change world. I'm not going to read everything out. I'm just going to go through and find out what's important here. Try to build on a story in a discoverable sense. So if you're walking around, keep your eyes and ears open for alerts with some visual audio clues.
Weather and binoculars.
years ago would kick ass, and we're blind as bats. Fucking Chinese.
We don't know it was the Chinese.
You wanna bet? $100 it was them. We rendezvous with the Titan, we'll know for sure.
Hey, Station 6! You got anything?
Negative, we've seen nothing, but there's land pretty close somewhere.
Yeah, you mean the gulls? We're still able to navigate the old-fashioned way, you know.
The garrison pull out his old maps yet?
Get back to work.
I haven't talked to home since before we went up to Shanghai. I swear to God, they must think we disappeared.
It's only been a few days. I'm sure they know about the EMP and figure we'll be back online eventually.
Yeah, maybe. I still want to get a call through myself.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So yeah, they're kind of... What they're saying is basically, in the maps you'll be able to... Yeah, I see what you mean. You'll be able to get a sort of a bigger picture of the story whilst you've got the maps and stuff there in 2042. It doesn't actually confirm anything about it being in Battlefield 4 or anything else, but I presume that they're going to be doing that because they've got to make that transition. As I say, it's only 20 years, so I mean, based off of what they said, or what is this ship physically doing in 20 years' time, for example, and that kind of lore they take into consideration. My take Easter egg on Operation Mortar with parrots was checked. I haven't really spent time on it. Maybe I could probably do that on a stream tonight. That sounds good. That's what the last video of the Time Traveller was basically hinting at, I think, because it had a parrot and a cannon in it. My take on Time Traveller: X-Dev stirring the pot anonymously after knowing the extended story because they have personal issues with EA. They get predictions, mostly right but no new assets. Yes, possibly totally the case. That's why I've already considered that. That's why I thought it might have been somebody like the Wright brothers or something. Hey, by the way, Irish's son is called Omar. Could be a reference to Omar Little. Both Little Irish, portrayed by the same actor. Also, don't forget about Omar whistling in the Giants of Corellia cave. Yeah, it's not even an Easter egg though. It's just a part of an ambient sound that was used from single player. I think, I don't know if you guys knew this Easter egg. Whilst we're on this map, I've just got to remember where it is. It's here somewhere. I'll turn my game sound up a little bit so it can be heard. But you guys probably heard this and whatnot before. Just while we're here, might as well play it. Is it down here? I think it's here. Is it here? It's too far, too close. I think it's further up. It's a shame the jump action's not enabled here because you'd be able to just glitch it all over that.
All hands who speak or understand Mandarin, please report to your CO.
I think this is it. Yeah, that whistling Easter egg on Giants of Corellia, it's not even an Easter egg, it is just... They used an ambient sound that's in single player just for the ambient sound, and if you are lucky enough, it will play a section of that, because each ambient sound is cut. Little Omar Little from The Wire. I actually don't have a clue about that. Let me just check on this. Omar Little, The Wire. Omar's coming, yo. I actually haven't seen it, so I might. It is the same.
Hey, yo, Lesson here, babe. Come at the king, best not miss.
Alright, let me just confirm this. Let me just do a confirmation to make sure that is the same. 1 minute. Let's find the sound effect in the game. That's a strange coincidence, I like it. It does sound the same. Okay. Oh, hang on, I'm getting mixed up here with my stream and stuff. Well, open the Frostbite editor, shall we, and have a look. Frosty editor. Let's have a look, shall we? Do a bit of data mining for it real quick. Right, so first things first, I've got to open the map and have a look at the references. I can't remember the file name. It's a single player sound. Excuse me. So we want XP4 levels, Walker Factory, which is Corellia, content, audio, schematic, 51 items, no, best way for me to do this is going to be let's just find it. Just give me a second. I've got to go through my EBX files for Battlefield 4. Here we go. XP4 levels, Walker Factory, content, audio layer, schematic. Close all but this. Am I on the wrong screen? I think I'm on the wrong screen. So we want audio schematic of that, and we're going to type in SP and just see what we can find there first. Impulse responded, spot rain, VO tunnels, here we go. So that's the sound effects that we want to hear. It is not that one, because this is XP4 stuff. How do I swap this over? Let me just see if I can get my stream to show my desktop. Hang on. We'll just close Battlefield and see if that'll work. Okay, so I've got to find the actual emitter for it. I did find this before, but I can't remember how to. How do I get my freaking desktop to show up? There we go. That's better. Right. So we want to come out of there, and we want to go to sound levels. Nope, doing that wrong. XP4 sound levels, XP sound VO. It's going to be. Oh shit! Yeah, I remember this now. It was hard to find. Shared. Walker Factory. Ambience. Here we go. So it was. Tunnels. SP. Wave. So got that. So it wasn't this. It was actually a. It was actually a sound patch asset. So it's the sound patch SPC. Here it is. Reference data and parameters. I can't remember how to find this. Big World, Lone Wolf. No, it was a. So that's the actual ambient of the tunnel, but it's got no whistling in it. The whistling is put into a mixer, which is somewhere. Don't want the same wave asset. Mixer, here we go. Hall pipes, mixer, no, spots, here we go. Tunnel's final part, I think it might be in here. Somewhere, 6 items. I will find it in a minute. Just bear with me. I've got to remember how to find the name of the. SP match case, wrap around, find it, open documentaries. There's quite a lot to go through. Ceiling sneeze note. It's basically an ambient, which is nothing to do with XP4. It's single player. Yeah. So come out of that, and we'll go to the audio on there and do the same. Finding current. So let's go to Let's see if I can just remember if I can find it from the sound. So let's get out of there. I'm going to go to sound. Hang on. It's just going to be sound, states, UI. Have to do a BF dump first. I don't think that's going to find anything. I think it was called. Let's just put Omar. Leave that to search for a minute. Got a better idea. BF4 sound, so BF4 dump, EXP4 levels, Walker Factory, and no, gone too far. BF4 sound levels, no, sound level, Walker Factory, and then ambience. I'm going to open all of these in Notepad and put in Omar. Open all documents. I can't remember what it's whistle. SP match case. Let's just see where that sound's going to be. It's just going to be in sound. I can't even freaking remember where I found it now. I'll find it. Don't want voice priorities either. Voices. Ambient. Okay, I just gotta quickly find. Right, Walk Factory Ambient, so it was Tunnel, Soundwave Asset, and then it was the Tunnel Sound Patch Mixer. No, it's definitely Ambience, I think. Sound waves. Tunnels. 3 items. Jesus, where the fucking hell? Was it in a spot? Six items. I'll find it, I'll find it. I mean, if this is the same whistle, then it literally is an Easter egg for they're all spots. State. Open the asset for that. Where the hell did I find this? Hannah Scream? Oh, wow. Whatever that sound file was, it just completely killed the editor. Now, let's just swap my screen for a second. I might be able to pick up on what it is. Just got to look through my history to find it. My channel videos. We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll find it. File hunting sounds 2.5. Debunking giants of Corellia.
Is to debunk this.
I don't think it's real. Well, I think it's. I mean, it's ridiculous.
If I go to the end of the chat and pause that, I should be able to find.
If it was, but then, Doctor, on what space tag or something there, but the reference, which is.
Here we go. I found it, I think.
So, trash. The one which has got the Phantom program.
Just looking through old streams to try and find this whistling. I want to compare it.
If there's 6, then that would explain what this is. And that would explain that the trash is being retextured. That is linked. From a lot.
May have been on a different stream to that. That's the Giants of Corellia debunk. It's this one. Here we go. Sound levels SP Shanghai hunting. Right, found it here. So the hunting thing is Shanghai SF whistles. Okay. Oh, I don't want to open Battlefield 1 files. No, don't want to do that. I've got the disk space for that right now. Right, okay, so we're looking for sound, sound levels SP Shanghai, sound levels SP Shanghai, SFX hunting whistle. Here we go. So this is the whistling sound effect that was hidden into giant Secrelia. And if you if you can see here, but Hunting Whistles in Shanghai SFX, single player SFX. So this is on single player in Shanghai. So I'd like to find that because I think there's an Easter egg involved here somewhere. If that's something to do with the wire, maybe it's something to do with the wire or something weird. Search Whistling, yeah. Doesn't, but the actual file name is SFX Hunting Whistle 01. Okay, let's just go up to histories. It's the same. It's just echoed. Just a different pitch, but it is. It is definitely what it is. So that's in Shanghai. SP Shanghai. Interesting. Definitely an Easter egg to do with him. What a weird I don't know if it's coincidence or not, Collision. If it's oh, it's time to play Battlefield 4, guys. We've got noobs to kill. See if we can find that whistle.
Martial fucking law for 1 billion people. They're pissed off about the assassination of Jim Jay.
All the Ospreys.
He was on deck for the presidency. Progressive. He pushed the government for transparency, fairness, freedom of speech. Admiral Chang convinced more than a few of them that we killed Mr. J. Now, if your operation blows up, Chang will have all the excuse he needs to give all that anger, all that hate. Real target. It'll be war. And your job is to pull VIPs out of the GU tower safe and sound. Extraction will be coordinated by one spook agent, Laszlo W. Kovic. Unless absolutely necessary, do not fire your weapons. Record. Staff Sergeant Dunn felt you were the guy to lead the team, give orders if anything happened to him. His loss is tragic, to say the least. Don't make me regret honoring his last decision. Do the right thing. Fly under the radar. No room for mistakes, boys.
Hope nothing happens to the car.
Relax, little brother. We're gonna be all right.
See, I know how to map glitch on this map.
Did you
And
call
can
Dunn's
explore
wife?
all of this.
Haven't gotten
Can
around
explore
to
the
that
entire
yet, Pat.
city.
What am I supposed to say? It's not like he died a peaceful death.
I wonder if there's anything we could pick up on here, actually.
Irish!
Forgot about that.
Come on, Santino.
Sorry, miss. I swear this shit is all fucked up.
Run the guy over.
Cops all jittery. We're just gonna drive through the shitstorm and pick up the prize, right?
Waltz through the raindrops. Right, Wrecker?
What's up
Should
by
go
that
for a
time?
cup of coffee right now.
Hey, mobilize infantry on the scene.
It's
Roger
just
that.
joined. We're just
these
sort of
motherfuckers
confirming
eyeballing
some
me.
sort of.
Just act natural.
We don't know if
Natural.
it's a coincidence or a
You hear that
link
shit, Rick?
to an Easter egg.
Fuck, I look Chinese to you, Pac?
Anybody got a
That
visual of the
Omar
building?
whistling
We're not going
in
anywhere
Giants of
unless we get your way
Corellia
out
in
of
the
Okay,
this.
tunnel,
I'll make a left.
and how it's
Left here.
related to Michael Williams, who's
Coming
the actor
through.
who plays Irish in Battlefield
Think we're
2042 and
okay.
Battlefield 4.
I got a visual in the building.
And in
What
this
floor are we
map, we're
going
going
to?
to
And
hear
how many VIPs did Garrison say?
somewhere
3 with Kovic?
him whistling
Kovic
like
and
he
two
does in The
locals.
Wire.
Hey,
the TV
easy,
series.
easy, calm down. We gotta make a left. The building's to the left.
Shit, we're stuck. We gotta leave the van, guys. Continue on foot.
Copy. Come on, Wrecker.
The thing is, Pac didn't really look like it aged.
Hey, let me see. Gentlemen, come on in. What are we gonna do?
I'm not sure if I
Running
can
it on
do this
foot is
glitch,
one
but
thing.
we'll try it.
Getting out with VIPs is another.
Relax, Pac. We'll get them from the balcony. Leave it to me. Up there. You can get a bird's eye of what's ahead.
Now, there's 2 glitches to this, if I remember rightly. Can't remember which one's which. So we can
Come on,
try and
Ricky, we have a
re-jump the
mission to
ladder.
do.
So we've got to get them up the ladder, because that will give us the freedom to explore all of the ambient sounds.
That helo does not bode well.
Shit, what the heck?
We've said nothing about Chinese spec ops.
We should get over there.
The thing is, you have to use the ladder to...
Down and across.
Let's do this nice and quiet.
Yeah, that's it. Trigger them. And now, with a little bit of luck, we can jump. Oh, I did it first. I did it first time. I used to sit here for hours trying to do that.
The spooks missed this thing.
Oh no! No way. I used to sit here for hours trying to jump back up that ladder, and I did it first time then. But that's okay, we've started with it.
The spooks missed this thing.
I'm not going to be able to do it now, watch. I can't believe that. You gotta hit it right in the right pixel to get it. And then we'll be out of the map, and we'll just go over what we want. Take a few goes. do in a sec. There we go. Right. So now we've got the freedom of the entire map. So all I've got to do now is climb over that roof, basically. I believe, if I remember rightly. Okay. I'm out of the map. Cars coming out of nowhere. But the problem I remember now is trying to jump down safely, and I can't remember how I used to do that.
Fortress Tombstone full. Message over. Go for Fortress. Sit rep as follows. Large buildup of Chinese military around target point. Looks like spec ops. Numbers unknown at this time. Over. Roger. Proceed as necessary and get them out of there fast. Out. Solid copy. 4 out.
Dates of ideas start from Time Travel's YouTube post vary for some reason. I want to say it's since 2010, since 2015. Did any find content in there? No, I didn't. It'd be awesome to see Irish as an operator for 22. The short film was awesome. Inside this building and I need to go around. If I get stuck inside it, I won't be able to get back out. Watch the traffic. Find the wheel on that. So, here is an invisible wall. I'll go around. I'm going to actually end the stream in about 10 minutes, guys, but then I'll do another stream tonight and go into this in real depth. Invisible barrier here still. I can't really know how to get on in. There's a way around it. Pretty sure there is. Just gotta find the barriers basically.
Bobby looks clear.
Doesn't look like this at the this is quite funny. There's an elevator glitch. They will come round and then just fall through. We're just listening out for that whistling sound somewhere. It may be up top. Here's the elevator. So they run into the elevator and they start falling through the floor. There is actually a flyable little bird on this map somewhere as well. I've only ever found it once. Specifically where it is. It's been a long time since it's bird. What's interesting though, you've got that elevator doors there that go into the car park underground.
Oh, come on, man, you get it. You know, like you were gonna have a eye-opening experience that'll change your life. In bed. Already had that. What? No, you gotta have me in bed. It's comedy, man. It's humor. It's life is a movie. Dude, I had a threesome in bed. You got a threesome in bed. What? Where else would you have a threesome? No. Stagecoach? What are you talking about? Of course it's gonna be in bed. In a car.
They haven't even given me a gun.
That's the only car that I know that you can have a threesome in. unfortunately to say it. You will be going home tomorrow in 1 piece.
So this is the other side of the Outer Banks area.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work, Irish. You gotta...
I'm not sure if I've triggered this glitch at the wrong time or not.
They would never say that. Fortune cookies would never say that. How do you know? Did you make fortune cookies now? I know that they would never say it's ridiculous. Also, you're the authority on fortune cookies. Your fortune cookies weren't made for us. They're not going to say you're going to be home safe, and that doesn't make any sense. That thing always works with legit fortune cookies. My fortune says Pac will shut the fuck up in the fucking bed. Whatever, man.
Old dead paint on the floor. These shadows. Right, okay. We'll start seeing things spawning in a second. That's the skyscraper's just vanishing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so that whole cutscene at the start, you could come and explore that. Look at this. It's no clip. Some of the cars are solid. Some of them aren't. Fear 3-2 before earthquake. Okay, so we know that this sound effect is going to be on this map somewhere. It's obviously going to be somewhere where you should be able to hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream. I've just got to go to the shop and then I'll come back shortly and start a new stream, and we're going to sort of uncover where and why we can hear that whistling noise and why, if it's related to the wire, or if it was just put in there as a sort of a love letter, so to speak, to Michael Williams for playing the actor. Oh. C's gone as well. Wouldn't it be very cool if we found some sort of direct link to Notepads, but it was in Battlefield 4? And the scenery does extend quite some distance. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, the helicopter little bird before the earthquake. Yeah, you can. Yeah. See, these ones are solid as well. Random far down there. The scenery just goes on for a long way. Paris buildings in Shanghai. Okay, so yeah, I'll end the stream. I'll start the stream up again at 8 PM. That's EU time, so in an hour. And we'll carry on from pretty much where we've left them from. There'll be a way down there and up the other side. You just got to go around. I'll leave the stream here anyway, and we'll